I'm the Big Shot Critic. Today, the human adventure gets off to a slow start. Star Trek the Motion Picture was directed by Robert Wise, the same Robert Wise who directed The Sound of Music and West Side Story. Obviously, he was hired because of all the singing and dancing that Star Trek is known for. The movie was written by Harold Livingston, and it stars William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, James Doohan, George Takei, Majel Barrett, Walter Koenig, Nichelle Nichols, Persis Khambatta, and Stephen Collins. It's about Kirk taking the Enterprise to intercept a mysterious space cloud that is on a direct course for Earth and has easily destroyed everything in its path. The pacing is the first question mark. It's glacial at the beginning, but by the end it's perfect. Perfect enough to suggest that the slower parts must be intentional. But why? I found some other clues in the other question marks. The tagline plays at the head of the credits. That's unusual. The movie is stuffed with ridiculously long shots. And the first half is full of weird scenes and character stuff that is uncomfortable to watch, while the second half is much easier. So what in the world was Bob up to? Now is a good time to tell you that when I review a movie, I look at what it tried to achieve versus what it actually did achieve. This is why I took the time to crack Bob's code. I think I know what he was up to, but, much more crucially, I don't think it worked. In the end, what Bob achieved was a second half that was slick, smooth, and had really great payoffs. But the first half was weird, uncomfortable, and ultimately boring. And that's not what Bob wanted. To avoid spoilers, I'm not going to say what I think Bob wanted. But I'll leave my thoughts in the comments, and we can have spoiler talk there. Kirk and Spock are both weird in the beginning of the movie, and I think this is intentional as well. Kirk, Spock, and Bones have all been apart for several years, and by the end of the movie, when the events have brought them back together again, Kirk and Spock aren't weird anymore. I think this is a nod to these three central characters. I think Bob is suggesting to the mind that they don't function well without each other. But, again, it doesn't work very well because Kirk and Spock are too weird to the point of being unlikable. Persis Khambatta has a very particular role in the film, and she really knocks it out. And on a personal note, she's better looking bald than most women are with hair. Jerry Goldsmith's score is very successful and includes an overture, which is always a fun surprise for people my age. The production quality is through the roof. The models and sets are really what get you through the first half, and cinematographer Richard H. Kline shoots them perfectly. This is a weird movie, guys. Making a space movie 2 years after Star Wars is not weird, but making it deeply cerebral and very slow and with zero action scenes is really weird. And having a famed musical director do it is just the icing on the weirdness cake. I don't know how this movie got made, but it did. In summary, Star Wars is like going for a drive to the observatory, and you're in a Ford Mustang, and you're with three really cool friends who are just a little bit nerdy. And Star Trek the Motion Picture is going for a trip to the same observatory, but you're in a Citroen 2CV, and you're with three English lit majors who won't stop talking about Isaac Asimov. And for some reason, Julie Andrews is driving. Guys, it pains me to do it because I love Star Trek. But I give Star Trek the Motion Picture 5 out of 10 commandments. It broke the 7th one. Thou shalt not bite off more than you can chew. With the rating of Star Trek the Motion Picture, Gene finally places with a disappointing 5, while George sits in the lead with 7. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you know when my Star Wars Episode 5 The Empire Strikes Back review arrives. You'll love it. I know you will.